My son is going to give everything he has on the court. He's a competitor. He plays to win all the time.
Toronto, RJ Barrett is returning home. We all know he spent his first seasons in New York City. He was just traded a couple of hours ago. We are just coming off the heels, ladies and gentlemen. RJ posted, on IG, he had 2 words to explain coming home to play for his hometown Toronto Raptors, and it was let's go. So he is ready to play alongside Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, and company. I expect a even major and larger role for Mr. RJ Barrett. And as a guy who was drafted a Knick, we all know once a Knick, always a Knick. And we will be keeping close eyes and tabs on the career of Mr. RJ Barrett. I wish him nothing but the best, but this man playing for Team Canada, igniting a culture for Canadian basketball. We all know this man could possibly lure people in the future. We don't want to talk too soon, but shout out to this man coming along with Emmanuel quickly. We're gonna break it all down. It's Flight Sports. I got my man All Access with me. Listen, Dex, man, what's going on with this situation? You see what's happening, this big trade. RJ's coming home to Canada. What's up?
Yes, Flight. It is incredible. Shout out to you, Flight, and all the things that you have been putting down. Please subscribe to Flight Sports TV. Hit the like button on this video and hit the notification bell so you won't miss one iota of an exuberant experience. Flight, it is very interesting as we all know you as the machine, the voice of the voiceless, that the Toronto Raptors was so interested in one of their own. Yes, RJ Barrett is the son of Toronto. I'm talking about 416 up north 6 guy, the son of the great Canadian Rowan Alexander Barrett. Flight. Yes, he's a Canadian professional basketball player. And guess what, Flight, in 2002, he was Israel Basketball Premier League's top scorer, and he is currently served as the general manager of the Canadian men's basketball team. So RJ Barrett is in the grips of his own, Flight, and his dad is recognized as an iconic figure in Toronto. So it is behooving on RJ to return to the bastion of safety up there in the 6th God with the Toronto Raptors sitting in the nest of the dinosaur. And I'm telling you this, RJ Barrett should have the time of his life at home. He's comfortable. He's been away from home since he was at Duke University, and now he returns as the son of Canada. And a lot of people disagree with the trade with the New York Knicks and the Toronto Raptors by hinging Iman quickly on the caboose of that trade. But guess what, Flight? In war and love, all is fair. And RJ Barrett had an opportunity to develop and swell and thrive in a New York Knicks uniform, but the executive managers and the coaches, Tommy T and company, felt it was best to move on and separate themselves from RJ Barrett. And with this departure, we're going to see if RJ Barrett is able to spread his wings in his own locale. And like I said, his dad was a good basketball player, St. John University. RJ Barrett, Duke University, very established colleges in the basketball folklore. And now RJ Barrett returns with a one-way ticket to Canada from New York City, out of Manhattan to the 6 Guys Flight.
Yep, absolutely. I got a question for you. Obviously RJ Barrett, we all know what he brings to the table. He's averaging 18 points this season, shooting 42% from the field, shooting 33% from three. We'd like to see that picked up. Do you see an all-star berth? He's coming home to Canada. We all know what Canada means to him. Like you just stated, all his Canadian accolades. Do you see like a even the added sense of pride for this man, and really, reaching his full potential at home in Canada? Do you see that for RJ? It was a lot of pressure in New York. You know how that media could get. Like I said, it's real wild.
Yeah, Flight. Let me tell you this. He was born there. He's wearing number 9, the same number that his dad wore. So he is not representing a city. He's not representing a state. He is representing a country, his very own country. The Canadian, the red and white, the maple leaf. I mean, what more can he ask for? I mean, this has to be a dream come true. I know it might feel that, okay, I wasn't wanted in the big city. New York didn't want me. And now, but listen, he's a son of Canadian. He's where he needs to be. And I believe that his numbers will grow and he has a potential to be an all-star. Clearly, the only person there that have all-star potential is Pascal Siakam, and we don't know how long he's going to be there. But playing under the wings of Juju, aka Julius Randle, and Jalen Bronson, it would have been very difficult to come from up under that kind of mentorship to be an all-star over those guys who are very glaring in the city of New York or the Big Apple. Right now, he's in Canada. Musai Ujiri will make sure this guy will have a soft landing, and I'm saying his numbers could and will increase if he keeps his head on his shoulders and not on a swivel, Flight.
Yep, absolutely. He definitely fits the timeline here in Canada, playing alongside his new teammates. It's going to be interesting to see how he gels with these guys. And who knows if Pascal Siakam is still going to be around. Something tells me that both teams aren't done when you discuss in New York and Toronto. Can you see another move made, Dex, involving maybe a Pascal Siakam or maybe another move that New York bringing in the superstar they did still achieve all of their first round picks? They haven't let any of those go. What do you think? Are more moves coming?
Well, I'm not saying Pascal Siakam will be a Knick, but it's a potential that he could be moved on, just like the rest of the cats, Fred VanVleet and the others who have recently departed from Toronto. Now, but I know that with RJ Barrett being nestled in his home country that he was born, Rowan and Keisha would definitely be proud of their baby boy being Canadian and playing for Canada and being a local resident as well, representing a country, not a state, not a city, not just a basketball team in a Pacific locale, but a country. And that is great in itself. But in Flight, let me tell you this. They're not through. Toronto's not through. There's more moves that's going to be made on the hardwood landscape. And I just believe that Pascal Siakam wants to be on a team that has a more bigger chance of winning and competing for something grand like the NBA championship than he has in Toronto. I think Toronto is moving more to a youthful movement. And so now you have Scotty Barnes and you got RJ Barrett. So these are two youthful cornerstones that the franchise can move forward with. Also, they could bring up Grady and allow him to spread his wings as well. So I think Toronto is in a real good situation right now with talent and the youthful timeline that Musai Ujiri will try to create in this second half of the NBA season, Flight.
Yes, absolutely, man. Make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to Flight Sports TV. You already know what it is.